Oh, good afternoon. Oh, do have a seat. I see by your card that my butler just gave me, your name is Mr. Tony the Whip Mandalori. Do I have that correct? Yes. You give a telephone number, but no address. I take it you're from New York.
Yeah, oh, I gotta tell you, what a pleasure it is to meet you, Mr. Mason. Yeah, yeah, I came in on the red eye. I got here about 7:30 in the morning after leaving New York. You know, it's not like the old days. I couldn't bring my piece with me, you know what I mean? I ain't never seen so much security. Reminds me when I got busted the first time. They frisked me from one side to the other.
Oh, quite. Yes, you represent the Godfather, I believe he's called.
I represent Don Corleone. You know who he is, right? He's the boss. Everybody knows who he is. Sure. Anyway, he liked your work, especially in that film, The Seventh Veil, with that gal. That was really something. The way you slapped her around and whatnot, the Don really liked that.
The way I slapped her around, well, it was a little bit out of character for me, but that's what the director wanted, and of course that's what I did.
I liked what you did in North by Northwest when you knocked off that copper in the cafeteria and you pumped him full of lead. For a minute there, I thought it was for real. Everybody in the audience was cheering for you. Yeah, you'd be great. Anyway, the boss wants you to play the Sigliaro in his new movie, The Godfather. You heard of The Godfather. They're doing Godfather 3. I think you'd be great for it.
And you've contacted me because you've read my book. Odd you would mention it. I'm just reading it myself again. It's entitled Before I Forget. Most unique title, don't you think? Probably refers to Alzheimer's disease, which mercifully I'm not afflicted with, at least for the moment. So, how is it that I may help you, Mr. Whip? Or shall I just call you the Whip?
The boss thinks you look a little bit like him. Personally, I don't think so myself, but don't tell him that. Yeah, and he also thinks he sounds a little bit like you know what I mean? He's got illusions of grandeur. Anyway, he wants you to play the role, and he asked me to come out here and ask you in a nice kind of way if you're willing to go along with that.
Oh, I have that correct then. Mr. Corleone thinks that he resembles me a little bit and he wants me for the role because he'd feel more at home with someone who looked and spoke like him. I'm quite flattered with that, of course. Well, now it's simply a matter of money. If Mr. Corleone and you yourself, Mr. Whip, or the Whip, whatever you would agree upon, I think my agent and I would find it most accommodating, and I would do whatever is required for the role.
Hey, you name your price, and you get whatever you want. I mean, you have my word on it. When Willie the Whip gives his word for something, hey, you can count on it. Good. All right. I can't tell you how nice it was to talk to you, to finally meet you. You're such a gentleman. Anyway, I gotta go. I got something I gotta take care of for the boss in town, you know what I mean? All right, we'll talk later. Thanks again, Mr. Mason. I really like your work. You're a real champ.
Well, thank you very much for coming by. I'm very appreciative of the attention. And if you are in Hollywood again, why just drop by. Rodrigo, my man, will show you out. Thank you. It was delightful. Au revoir.